If you like big boats, you're going to love this vlog. Well, if you like big boats, and you cannot lie, you've probably heard that Lürssen have just launched one of the largest yachts in the world. It wasn't that long ago that I featured in what's called Lürssen Live, a live interview with Peter Lürssen on the subject of the right size matters. They did that because although they're well known for building these huge super yachts, they wanted to remind people that they do also build things in the 55 to 85 metre range. And as a matter of fact, since we published Lürssen Live, they've taken quite a few orders in that size range. However, today we're here to tell you about Project Blue. In February of 2022, Lürsen's latest super yacht, the 160 metre Blue, was launched in Bremen. Never having been seen before, with both the design and the construction phase of the project kept tightly under wraps, her launch caused a lot of excitement, both inside and outside of the industry. Now, whilst little has been unveiled about this super yacht, it is known that she features a huge interior volume of more than 14,500 gross tons, making her the second largest Lürssen by GT, behind Dilbar. It's also known that Terence Disdale Design was the studio behind her exterior design, which is classic in its styling, featuring a long foredeck with a helipad, 5 expansive decks, and an additional touch-and-go helipad on her sun deck aft. The studio is also the mind behind her interiors, although nothing of the interior detail has been revealed, and we can expect that they will remain deeply under wraps for years to come. Lürssen has gained repute over the decades for the construction of many of the world's largest yachts, with 5 of the top 10 largest vessels currently cruising having come from this shipyard. Currently, the largest yacht in the world is the 180.61 metre Azam, which was launched in 2013 to a design by Nauta for the exterior and Creation Line decoration for the interiors. With a 13,136 gross tonnage, Azam is the 6th largest yacht in the world in terms of volume, but is nearly 20 metres longer than the next super yacht in length, which is the 164 metre Fulk Al Salameh. Azam has a powerful top speed of 31.5 knots, powered by twin MTU engines alongside 2 General Electric engines. When it comes to volume though, there's one Lürssen that really stands above the rest, the 156 metre Dilbar. This has an impressive volume of 15,917 gross tons, accommodated within her nearly 26 metre beam. Launched in 2016, Dilbar was a staple site along the French coast, the Sardinian Costa Esmeralda and the coast of Corsica during the summer months, wowing holidaygoers with her sheer size. She's able to accommodate 36 guests and a staggering 96 crew. This super yacht features exterior design from Espen Oeno and interiors from the British studio Winch Design. Her most notable features are 2 helipads located on the bow and the aft of the upper deck. These helipads can safely hold Dilbar's dedicated H-175 helicopter for up to 7 passengers. On board, Dilbar features a 25 metre swimming pool containing 180 cubic metres of water, one of the largest pools ever installed on a yacht. In the coming years, Lürssen will be adding a number of additional yachts to the list of top yachts in the world, including the 146 metre Project Opera and the 145 metre Project Luminance, which are both in advanced stages of their construction. I really must thank again Super Yacht Times for giving me the images and some of the information for this vlog. It's so useful to me. And actually at the end, I'm going to put a link to a video they did that's all about Blue. Now, in recent vlogs, I've responded to some unusual comments from viewers. I've also tried to answer some of the questions that viewers have, but now it's time for a feature I'm going to call I got it wrong. Yes, from time to time I do get things wrong, and knowledgeable viewers of the channel quite rightly correct me when I do. In a recent vlog, I had this to say. The way that the pods work on Inspiration are quite different. They're called ASI pulls, and this system you tend to see on really large ships, on commercial liners tend to have ASI pulls. And rather than having pods with the propellers facing aft, the propellers actually face forward and pull the yacht along rather than pushing it along. In response, JL here had this to say. I was under the impression that the Volvo Pentapods are forward-facing drives, which is one of the selling points, as much as a 30% more fuel efficiency due to no restrictions of the propellers to the water, along with increased manoeuvrability, just like the ASI-pod drive on the Bonetti yachts. Then he says, to Yontas, it seems that both Volvo Penta and Bonetti are the ones that copied the pod drives from the ASI-style pod drives used on large ships. Then Vincent Rice said this, Volvo pods also face forward with twin screws. And then there was quite a few more comments even after that. Guys, you are absolutely right. I was wrong. Volvo IPS drives actually have the propellers facing forward instead of backwards. Who knew? I certainly didn't know. You certainly did know, but it did lead me to do a bit of research and find out more about that amazing propulsion system. So thanks for correcting me. I'm now far better educated on the subject. I may have also made a slight mistake here when I said this. If you win the lottery, don't buy a yacht. I had a lot of comments correcting me on that, basically saying, look, if you win $300 million on the lottery, surely you can spend 10 on a super yacht and afford to run it for many years to come. And of course, you're absolutely right. For that matter, if you win 10 million on the lottery and you want to spend 50,000 or 100,000 on a yacht, you can of course run it for many, many years. So you're completely right on that. The point that I wanted to make was that if you have a lottery win, that's a one-off income of money. And really to run a yacht, it's better to have a regular income coming in every year. But I wish for any of you that you do win that 100 million, 300 million. And of course, if you do decide to buy a yacht, please do let me know about it. I'd love to help you with that. Now here's one that I nearly got wrong, but for once I had the good sense to do some fact checking before I responded. Sean Sorrentino. Sean, I know that you watch a lot of the videos and thanks for leaving comments. You corrected me on a comment I made on the Moonen vlog where I said that it creates an extremely homely atmosphere. And you said, I don't know what that means in Europe, but in the US, homely means ugly, or at least unattractive. Maybe you mean homey, as in of a place or surroundings pleasantly comfortable and cozy. I must admit, Sean, I read that, I thought you were completely wrong. I thought homey is what you hear on Hollywood films where people call their friend their homey. And homely, I was absolutely sure meant something that makes you feel like you're at home. I Googled it, and of course, it won't surprise you, you're absolutely right. In America, homely is considered something that's ugly or unattractive. So I'll be a little bit more careful about using that word again in the future. Thanks again, you educated me. Florida Girl says, speaking of bells, I've asked this before about yachts with a bell on the bow and did not get an answer. I think it has something to do with the yacht having to meet certain qualifications, yes? It's a good question, and the bell on the bow of a yacht is a very, very old tradition that goes back to the time when there wasn't even accurate marine chronometers on a yacht or on a ship. And so to know how long you were into your shift before it was time to get off the shift, it was somebody's job to ring the bell every 10 minutes or every half hour. Bells were also used to give an indication there was a dignitary coming on board. And the whole tradition has gone on now into modern yachts, where now it's considered to be the absolute last-ditch emergency measure. If you find yourself dead ship, which means nothing's working on the yacht at all, and you're in a real pea super fog, the only way you can let other vessels know where you are is by ringing the bell. So it's still kept on board as an emergency measure. Although I have to say, if you find yourself in the middle of the ocean, in a thick fog, dead ship, and a cruise liner is coming down on you, you are so unlucky. I just hope that your bell works. Probably something will go wrong even then. Now, if you've been watching this YouTube channel for many years, you may remember that a few years ago, most of the videos were produced by an Italian couple called Ricky and Davide. And then more recently, we have Jarek and Slava and Max helping as well. Well, Ricky and Davide have made a comeback this week. I needed somebody to fly to Alicante to film the most amazing sailing yacht called Spirit of Venice. They also interviewed the designer of that yacht, and that promises to be an amazing video that we're going to publish on Saturday of this week. I'm hoping to publish something on Friday, but we've actually got so far ahead of ourselves with our publishing schedule. At this moment in time, I don't know what we're going to publish on Friday. It might be a live stream with somebody, it might be something else. Watch out, I'll probably put a post on the community tab, and to make sure that you don't miss it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.